I thought these glitter ombre nails were going to look elegant, but halfway through, I honestly thought I ruined them. The glitter looked way too intense, my flash scoring lamps died, and I kept finding little mistakes I couldn't unsee. Let me show you what happened. I'm starting with my usual prep routine, pushing back the cuticles, removing any dead skin, lightly buffing the nail surface, and cleaning everything with rubbing alcohol. Boring part? Maybe, but this is the difference between nails that last and nails that start lifting early. I'm using Almond full cover tips today. I've already marked my sizes, so finding them is a lot easier now. Then I'm applying peel base to a little more than 3/4 of the nail. Then I wait for it to dry. After that, I apply base coat and cure for 30 seconds. For the nude shade, I'm using Corail from Makartt. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite nude polygels. I place a bead inside the tip and spread it out evenly while leaving space around the cuticle area. That little empty space helps prevent flooding when the tip is applied. Once the tip is pressed onto the nail, the polygel naturally fills that empty space. I clean up anything that seeps out around the cuticle area. Then I flash cure to lock everything in place. After that, I smooth the underside and flash cure again. Now, let's talk about this glitter. This silver reflective glitter is honestly ridiculous. Under regular lighting, it looks pretty, but under flash, it practically attacks your eyeballs. I wasn't prepared for how bright this was going to be. For the ring finger, I'm creating a soft glitter ombre. I placed most of the glitter near the tip and used an ombre brush to fade it downwards. The goal is a smooth transition with no obvious line where the glitter starts and stops. And this is exactly why I keep checking from different angles. I spotted a little bald area that wasn't obvious from straight away. If you don't catch those now, you'll definitely see them later. One thing about lazy girl nails, if all your art is happening inside the tip, the details really matter. I want people looking at these nails and wondering if it's an overlay or a full cover tip. That's why I spend so much time adjusting little things before the nail ever touches my hand. Once I was happy with the glitter fade, it was finally time to apply the nude polygel. Thankfully, this one went pretty smoothly. And then, disaster. My flash cure lamp died. So I grabbed my backup lamp. That one was almost dead too. Why do these things only happen when you're filming? Now I'm trying to do lazy girl nails without the thing that makes lazy girl nails easy. So I had to use my full-size lamp while the flash cure lamps charged. It worked, but definitely slowed everything down. For the middle nail, I wanted the glitter to look a lot more intense than the ring finger. So instead of making a completely different mixture, I simply added more of the reflective glitter to the mixing gel off camera. This made the glitter more opaque and gave me a stronger sparkle effect at the tip. I kept building it slowly because it's much easier to add glitter than it is to remove it. This part was surprisingly challenging. Normally I flash cure immediately and the tip stays exactly where I want it, but because I was working without my flash cure lamp, the tip kept wanting to shift while I cleaned and adjusted everything. I probably repositioned this nail more times than I'd like to admit. For the index nail, I mixed in more gel to create a softer and more transparent sparkle effect. I wanted each glitter nail to be slightly different instead of looking identical. And thankfully, about 10 or 15 minutes of charging, my flash cure lamp came back to life. I didn't even wait for a full charge, I just grabbed it and hoped for the best. Once everything was applied, I gave the entire set a full cure before moving on to shaping. Before filing, I'm removing the sticky inhibition layer using rubbing alcohol and a lint-free wipe. This makes filing easier and prevents sticky gel residue from getting all over the file. Filing always looks like I'm destroying the nails, but this is where everything starts coming together. I'm refining the shape, smoothing the surface, and making sure every nail looks consistent. Tiny adjustments here make a huge difference in the final result. After filing, I'm applying my 5-in-1 multifunctional gel. This acts as my rhinestone gel and helps secure the crystals in place. Before curing, I also apply top coat to the nail. Then I place the white crystals throughout the design. I flash cure each nail before moving on to the next one so that none of the rhinestones shift out of place. When I was finished applying the rhinestones, I cured the nails for 30 seconds. I didn't want the thumb to feel left out, so I added a few crystals there as well before curing everything again. Nothing too crazy, just enough sparkle to complement the glitter without overpowering it. Before calling these nails finished, I always top coat the underside. Most people won't notice it right away, but it's one of those small details that makes the set feel more polished and complete. Then, everything goes into the lamp for a final cure. Looking at them now, I definitely didn't ruin them. The glitter ended up being dramatic without feeling overwhelming. And under flash, these nails are absolutely blinding. So tell me, are these nails too sparkly or just sparkly enough? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.